Hey folks, Dale Davidson here. Mixing things up a little bit. We're kind of switching gears from mainly a VA perspective to more of an estate planning, maybe a kind of a organizational type video, okay? And we're talking about creating a roadmap for your heirs. Now, I'm old enough where we used to have maps when we went on trips. Nowadays, you just whip out your phone and you got Google Maps or you got iPhone maps or whatever kind of map you got on your phone. And we're going to talk a little bit about how technology has changed how we create that roadmap for our heirs, because I want everybody to be as organized as possible. Organization is the key to success, as my 8th grade social studies teacher told me many years ago. She also told me I was not organized. But anyway, aside from that, so let's jump in here. When you're creating a roadmap, we're creating a plan, right? So we need to have a list of your personal preferences, okay? For instance, do you want to be buried, cremated? Kind of morbid, I know. Do you want to do anatomical gifts, yes or no? It's up to you. It's not up to your heirs. This is up to you, okay? What about your funeral preferences? Do you want to have a big funeral? Do you want to have a, what do they call them nowadays, the celebration of life, okay? If you're being cremated, do you want your ashes thrown in the hog hole? No. Okay. You want them scattered out in the ocean? Maybe. I don't know. But let your preferences be known, okay? We're trying to make sure that, because there's going to be a lot of emotion here, and we want to make sure that your heirs, your family, that you've made all those decisions for them and they don't have to worry about, well, what would Dad want? Or what would Mom want? I tell my boys all the time, I said, look, duct tape my hands to my boat, set it on fire, and let it go. And I want to look at a Viking funeral, okay? So we get a big kick out of that. All your contact information, let's put together a notebook of who your accountant is, who your attorney is, who are all your doctors, okay? The list of all your banks, okay? The list of where your bank accounts are, and that includes, online passwords. Be careful writing those things down, though. You want to keep that in a very safe place. And there are things that you can have in your computer that you can have password protection. But don't be careful as to putting all that, your passwords down if it's not protected. But have enough information out there so that your family knows where to go to get your insurance, your life insurance, or find your brokerage account, or get your stock certificates. Don't be burying things in the backyard. I know some of y'all do, okay? But don't do that, okay? Make sure that your heirs know where that is. One of the biggest problems we have is with life insurance. Well, I know Mom and Dad have some life insurance, and we can see where it's coming out of the bank, but we just don't know where those policies are. If you don't have the policies now, your kids darn sure aren't going to have them when you pass away. So contact the insurance company. Go ahead and get a copy sent to you, and give a copy to your children if you feel safe doing that. But make sure that you have copies of your insurance policies so that at the appropriate time they can make a claim for your benefits to pay funeral or bequest or whatever it may be. So what about your legal documents? Your wills, durable powers of attorney, advance directives, those kinds of things. So let's talk a little bit about each one of those first. Now, your advance directive, of course, is your direction that says if I can't make my healthcare decisions known, then I want my spouse or my partner or my children or whoever it is to make those healthcare decisions for me. Likewise, if I'm in a coma or I'm being kept alive by machines, I do or do not want certain things. If I'm on my passing, I want to be buried, I want to be cremated. So that kind of document needs to be readily available, and everybody needs to have a copy. Especially your doctors, and especially the hospital, your local hospital. And the hospitals most hospitals have a depository for those kinds of documents. Durable power of attorney. That's the document that says, hey, if I can't make my financial decisions, then I want my spouse, my partner, my kids, whoever it may be, to make my financial decisions. And usually those become effective upon your disability. If not, just check your doctor to make sure. Because you don't want somebody exercising your power of attorney if you're still capable of exercising power over your property. But you don't want to give those out as freely as you would the advance directive. Then you have your last will and testament. Of course, that only becomes effective upon your passing, because up until then you can alter, amend it, revoke it, so long as you're ready, willing, and able to, and capable of doing it. So it's kind of a contingent type of agreement. But you want to make sure that it's not locked up in some kind of lockbox at the bank that your kids or your spouse or partner can't get to if something happens to you. And then they can't probate the will because it's locked up in a lockbox, so we've got to go get a court order to open the lockbox. So keep your legal documents where you would normally keep your important papers. I would suggest some kind of fireproof box. I don't suggest keeping things in safe deposit boxes because they're difficult to get to unless you've put a child or whoever, spouse, on that lockbox too. So again, we're creating a roadmap for our heirs. We've looked at our personal preferences. We've got all of our contact information, including all of our passwords, and we're making sure that our passwords are protected from prying eyes. So if we write them down, we don't want to leave that book out and about. Okay. Then we're looking at insurance policies, and then we've got our legal documents. So what about your other property, your physical property? Maybe you've got a lake house. And so you've got your house here, but you've got your boat at your lake house. That personal property that's still part of your estate. So people need to know where that is. Interesting thing, we'll stop here for just a quick second. Even real estate, if you've got another piece of property in a different state, boy, let people know about it. We found one just today. Individual had property here in Georgia, found out that got a piece of property down in Wakulla County. Didn't know about it. Now we're in the position of having to do an ancillary probate on that Wakulla County property. That could have been fixed years ago if we would have known about it. It just cost the family more time and expense that don't need to go through at that point in time. So where's all your physical property? And this deals with guns, jewelry, those kinds, coin collection, all of those things. You need to make sure people know where they are. Don't hide them up underneath the dresser, okay, which some people have done. But just tell people where they are. Make sure that they're in a safe place, okay? So with all of this in mind, we're looking at trying to, again, convey to y'all, be organized, create some kind of financial security for your family, because they're going through some turmoil right now, because now you're not here, okay? And you've been making all these decisions, but you're not making decisions anymore. Now they are. So you're just going to have to write down and tell your heirs which way to go. You know, here's the roadmap. This is where these documents are. This is what I want. Okay. These are the people that know my business inside and out. These are where my legal documents are, including my life insurance. And this is where all my personal property is. And I want y'all to administer this in accordance with my wishes, not with what y'all want to do, but with what I want. So folks, thanks for watching this video, how to create a roadmap for your heirs. Check this one out, video I did about why you need a trust in your estate planning. It'll answer a lot of questions, and that is an excellent roadmap for you and your heirs.